Shema Yisrael, Hashem Elokeinu, Hashem Echad. Hear, O Israel, Hashem our God, Hashem is one. The Shema is the basic credo of the Jew. It's our twice daily declaration of God's unity and the last words to leave our lips when we pass from this world. Why do we say, hear, O Israel? Why don't we say, look, O Israel, or know, O Israel? How are we supposed to hear that God is one? When the Jewish people stood at Sinai, the Torah writes that they saw the voices. In other words, they saw what we normally hear. This is called synesthesia. Now, hearing and seeing are very different. Seeing uses light, and light is the fastest thing in the universe. It travels about 186,000 miles a second. Sound, on the other hand, is relatively slow. It moves about 800 miles an hour at sea level. But there's another difference between sight and sound, something much more fundamental. When we see something, we grasp it all at once. When we hear something, it takes time. No sound can exist without time. No word can be said or understood without time. We hear sounds and we assemble them to form consonants and vowels and syllables and thoughts and ideas and finally comprehension, understanding. If you look at this world, you'll see a myriad of different powers. You'll see conflict, you'll see war, you'll see poverty, you'll see beauty, you'll see happiness. If anything, this world looks just the opposite of what we declare in the Shema, that God is one. You can't see God's unity in this world. You have to hear it. An atheist once asked Rabbi Akiva, who created the world? Rabbi Akiva replied, God. The atheist said to him, prove it. Rabbi Akiva said to him, who wove your shirt? The atheist replied, a weaver. Rabbi Akiva replied to him, prove it. Just as your shirt testifies to the existence of the weaver, so the world testifies to the existence of God. But you have to hear it. You have to take all the conflicting elements of this world and assemble them. You have to hear, O Israel, that Hashem, our God, Hashem is one. Except for one moment in history. At Mount Sinai, the Jewish people saw the voices. They saw with an incontrovertible clarity those things that usually need to be heard, crystal clear as a picture. We, however, live in a Shema Yisrael world. Seeing is not believing. Seeing is much more than believing. From Sinai onward, the Jewish people would need to assemble God's unity, piece by piece, like an unraveling melody. Hearing is believing.